In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rasterize in Photoshop, what rasterizing actually means, and when you should and shouldn't use it. If you've ever tried to paint on a text layer or use the brush tool on a shape and Photoshop wouldn't let you, this is the fix you're looking for. By the end of this tutorial, you'll understand how to convert text, shapes, and smart objects into fully editable pixel layers in just a few clicks. And if this video helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more easy Photoshop tutorials just like this. Let's get started. First, let's quickly understand what rasterizing means. In Photoshop, some layers like text layers, shape layers, and smart objects are vector-based or editable layers. That means you can resize them without losing quality, and in the case of text, you can still change the wording, font, and size. Rasterizing converts those layers into pixels. Once a layer is rasterized, it becomes a normal pixel layer, which allows you to edit it using tools like the brush tool, eraser tool, clone stamp tool, or any other pixel-based adjustments. Just keep in mind that after rasterizing, you can no longer edit the original properties, like text content or vector paths. Now, let's go step by step. Method 1 is the fastest way to rasterize a layer, and that's directly from the Layers panel. Start by opening your project in Adobe Photoshop. Once your file is open, go to the Layers panel, which is usually located on the right side of your screen. Find the layer you want to rasterize. This could be a text layer, a shape layer, or a smart object. Right-click on that layer. A drop-down menu will appear. From that menu, click on Rasterize Layer. As soon as you click it, Photoshop converts that layer into a standard pixel layer. You'll notice the layer icon changes, and if it was text, the T icon will disappear. That's it. You can now freely use brush strokes, erase parts of it, or apply pixel-based edits. Now let's look at Method 2, which uses the top menu. This method gives you a few more specific rasterizing options. First, select the layer you want to rasterize in the Layers panel. Then go to the top menu and click on Layer. From the drop-down, hover over Rasterize. You'll now see several options. You can rasterize type if it's a text layer, shape if it's a vector shape, smart object if you're working with one, layer style if you want to flatten effects like drop shadows into the layer, or choose entire layer to rasterize everything associated with that layer. Simply click the option that matches your layer type and Photoshop will instantly convert it into pixels. Let's go through a quick example with text, since that's one of the most common situations. Suppose you've added a text layer to your design, and now you want to distort it using the smudge tool or paint directly over it with the brush tool. If you try to do that while it's still a text layer, Photoshop won't allow it. So what you need to do is right-click the text layer in the Layers panel and choose Rasterize Layer. Once you do that, the text is no longer editable as text. You won't be able to change the font, wording, or size using the type tool anymore. But now it behaves like a regular image layer, meaning you can paint on it, erase parts of it, apply filters, and manipulate it however you like. One important tip before you rasterize anything, always consider duplicating your layer first. You can do this by selecting the layer and pressing Ctrl-J on Windows or Command-J on Mac. That way you keep an editable version just in case you need to go back and make changes later. Rasterizing is permanent for that layer, so having a backup is a smart move. And that's it. That's how you rasterize in Photoshop using two simple methods. Whether you're working with text, shapes, or smart objects, you now know exactly how to convert them into pixel layers for advanced editing. If this tutorial helped you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Photoshop tips and step-by-step guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.